There are moments in life when you feel overwhelmed, when the weight of your struggle seems too heavy to carry. You look at your circumstances and you wonder if you have what it takes to overcome them. Maybe you've been fighting a battle for a long time, trying to break a bad habit, push past a disappointment, or move forward from a painful past. And just when you think you're making progress, something happens that knocks you back down again. It's easy to feel like you've reached your limit, like you don't have the strength to go on. But let me remind you today, you are stronger than you think. Life has a way of convincing you that you're not enough. Maybe it's a failure that made you feel incapable, a loss that made you feel empty, or a betrayal that made you question your worth. The enemy wants you to focus on everything that went wrong to get you to believe the lie that you don't have what it takes. But the truth is, inside of you, there is a strength you haven't even tapped into yet. You weren't created to live defeated, weighed down by burdens you were never meant to carry. You were designed to rise, to conquer, and to walk in victory. Think about all the things you've already overcome in your life. There were days when you didn't think you'd make it, but here you are. There were times when you felt like giving up, but somehow you found the strength to keep going. That wasn't just luck. That wasn't just coincidence. That was strength you didn't even know you had. The same strength that carried you through before will carry you through again. You are not weak. You are not powerless. You are built for this. Sometimes you won't know how strong you are until you have no choice but to be strong. There are people who have gone through unimaginable pain, heartbreak, and adversity, and yet they came out stronger, wiser, and better than before. Why? Because there's something inside of them that refused to be defeated. And that same resilience is inside of you. You may not see it yet, but it's there. The struggles you face are not meant to destroy you. They are meant to reveal the strength that has been inside of you all along. Imagine a seed buried deep in the soil. At first, it looks like nothing is happening. It's dark, it's hidden, it's covered up. But deep beneath the surface, something powerful is taking place. The roots are growing, the foundation is getting stronger, and when the time is right, that seed pushes through the dirt and becomes everything it was meant to be. That's what's happening in your life right now. It may feel like you're buried under pressure, under pain, under disappointment. But you're not buried, you're planted. And when the time is right, you're gonna rise up stronger than ever before. The problem is, too often we let our struggles define us. We look at what we're facing and think, I can't handle this, it's too much, I'm not strong enough. But that's not true. The only reason you think that way is because you've been measuring your strength by your own understanding. You've been looking at yourself through the lens of your past failures, your fears, and your limitations. But if you could see yourself the way you were truly created, you'd realize that you have everything you need to overcome. You were never meant to fight your battles alone. That's why you've been given strength beyond what you can see. There is something greater working inside of you, something that empowers you to rise above the challenges, to push past the fear, and to step into the fullness of who you were meant to be. It's time to stop believing the lies that tell you you're not strong enough. It's time to stop letting fear and doubt hold you back. You have what it takes. You have the power to overcome. You just have to believe it. Think about the times in your life when you felt like giving up, but you didn't. What kept you going? It wasn't just your willpower, it was something deeper, something unshakable. And if you've come this far, don't you think you have the strength to go a little further? The obstacles in front of you are not there to stop you, they are there to show you what you're made of. Every challenge is an opportunity to grow, to learn, to stretch beyond what you thought was possible. Don't let fear convince you that you can't handle what's ahead. Don't let past failures tell you that you're not good enough. The strength inside of you is far greater than the struggle in front of you. You don't have to have it all figured out. You don't have to know every step of the journey. You just have to take the next step, believing that you have the strength to keep going, because you do. You are stronger than you think. We've all made mistakes. We've all had moments we wish we could erase, decisions we regret, and experiences that left us wounded. Sometimes the weight of the past can feel like a chain wrapped around your soul, holding you back from becoming who you were meant to be. It whispers that you are unworthy, that you will never rise above your failures, that your story is already written and it doesn't end in victory. But that is a lie. Your past does not have the authority to dictate your future. Just because you made a mistake doesn't mean you are a mistake. Just because you went through a tough season doesn't mean your life is forever stuck in that chapter. Too often, people allow their past to become their identity. They carry labels given to them by circumstances, by other people, or even by themselves. They say, I'm a failure, I'm not good enough, I'm broken beyond repair. But those labels are not yours to carry, but it does not have to define you. Think about a sculptor carving a masterpiece. In the beginning, all you see is a rough, unpolished block of stone. Doesn't look like much, but the sculptor sees what's hidden inside. With every chip and every cut, the stone begins to take form. The excess is removed, the imperfections are carved away, and slowly the masterpiece is revealed. That's what's happening in your life. Your past is not wasted. It's part of the process. Every challenge, every failure, and every heartbreak is shaping you into something greater. But you have to be willing to let go of the old to step into the new. Too many people are holding on to past hurts, past failures, past disappointments, and wondering why they can't move forward. It's like trying to run a race while carrying a heavy backpack filled with stones. You weren't meant to carry that weight. It's time to release it. You can't embrace your future while holding on to your past. Some people live in constant guilt, replaying their past mistakes over and over again, as if reliving the pain will somehow change what happened. But guilt is not meant to be a permanent state. Guilt's only purpose is to lead you to change, to help you learn, to make you better. Once you've learned the lesson, you have to leave the guilt behind. You are not supposed to keep punishing yourself for something that's already done. Maybe you've been hurt by others, maybe someone betrayed you, walked away, or caused deep pain in your heart. It's easy to let that pain turn into bitterness, to let it harden your heart and make you build walls. But when you hold on to the hurt, you allow the past to steal your present. Forgiveness is not about saying what they did was okay. It's about refusing to let their actions control your life any longer. You are too valuable to be trapped in resentment. There is so much more ahead of you than behind you, but you have to make the decision to stop looking back. Imagine trying to drive forward while staring in the rearview mirror. You would crash. That's what happens when you live your life focused on the past. You keep running into the same problems, the same fears, the same insecurities because your attention is in the wrong place. The windshield of your life is bigger than the rearview mirror for a reason. Where you're going is more important than where you've been. Some of the most successful people in history had a past that looked nothing like their future. They failed, they struggled, they made bad choices, but the difference is they didn't let those moments define them. They used them as stepping stones, as lessons, as fuel to become something greater. That same power is inside of you. You may have been counted out, you may have been overlooked, underestimated, or even written off by people who thought your past was too messy, but they don't have the final say over your life. The only thing that matters is what you choose to believe about yourself. Do you believe that your past is bigger than your purpose? Or do you believe that everything you've been through is preparing you for something greater? You have the power to rewrite the narrative. You don't have to stay stuck in the same patterns, the same cycles, the same old version of yourself. Growth is possible, change is possible, but you have to make the choice. Let go of the regrets, let go of the shame, let go of the idea that you are forever defined by what happened yesterday. Your best days are not behind you. They are waiting for you to step forward. Your mind is the battlefield where victories are won or lost. The way you think determines the way you live. If you wake up every morning expecting defeat, disappointment, and struggle, then that's exactly what you'll experience. But if you decide to shift your mindset, to see yourself as strong, capable, and victorious, then your life will begin to change in ways you never imagined. Too often, people stay stuck in the same cycles, not because they lack talent, opportunity, or resources, but because they haven't renewed their thinking. They wake up each day carrying the same fears, the same doubts, the same old way of seeing themselves. They let their past experiences, negative words spoken over them, or temporary setbacks shape their mindset. And what happens? They start believing they will never rise higher, never break free, never accomplish their dreams. But nothing changes in your life until something changes in your mind. You can't have a victorious life with a defeated mindset. If you constantly tell yourself, I'll never be successful, I'll never get out of this struggle, I'll never be happy, then your life will rise to match that level of thinking. Words have creative power, and your thoughts shape your destiny. If you want to change your life, you have to start by changing your thoughts. You have to start seeing yourself the way you were created to be, strong, favored, and filled with purpose. Imagine two people facing the same difficult situation. One looks at it and says, "This is impossible. I can't handle this. I might as well give up." The other looks at the same challenge and says, "This is tough, but I know I'll get through it. I've overcome before, and I'll do it again." Both are experiencing the same struggle, but their outcomes will be completely different because of their mindset. One is already defeated in their thinking, while the other has positioned themselves for victory. There are people who have faced incredible obstacles, who had every reason to give up, but because they chose the right mindset, they found a way to overcome. They didn't allow negative circumstances to shape their thinking. Instead, they trained their minds to expect success, to see opportunity even in hardship, to believe that their best days were ahead. That kind of thinking is what separates those who stay stuck from those who rise above. Your mindset controls your actions, your emotions, and your perspective on life. If you fill your mind with thoughts of fear, lack, and self-doubt, that's what will manifest in your reality. But when you fill your mind with faith, gratitude, and confidence, you set yourself up for breakthroughs. You have the power to shift your focus from what's wrong to what's possible, from what you lack to what you already have, from fear to faith. Sometimes the only thing standing between you and your next level is the way you see yourself. Maybe you've been thinking too small, doubting your own abilities, or assuming that success is for other people but not for you. But you were not meant to live a life of mediocrity. You were created for greatness. It's time to stop talking yourself out of opportunities. It's time to stop believing the lies that tell you you're not good enough. You have to start seeing yourself through the lens of victory. The world around you might tell you that you're limited by your circumstances, your background, or what you've been through. But those limitations only exist in your mind. The moment you decide to break free from that thinking is the moment your life starts to change. You have the ability to transform your future, but it starts with transforming your thoughts. Think about a thermostat in a room. If it's set to 70 degrees, the temperature in the room will always return to 70 degrees, no matter what happens outside. Your mindset is the thermostat of your life. If you have a mindset of struggle, lack, and limitation, then even when good things come your way, you'll find a way to return to that level of thinking. But if you set your mind to victory, abundance, and purpose, then no matter what happens around you, your life will adjust to match that level. You may not be able to control everything that happens in life, but you can always control how you respond to it. You can choose to see obstacles as roadblocks or as stepping stones. You can choose to see failure as the end or as a lesson that prepares you for something greater. The way you think about your situation will determine how you experience it. There is power in renewing your mind. When you start to train your thoughts to align with possibility instead of limitation. You open doors you never thought possible. You shift from being a victim of your circumstances to being the architect of your future. You start to see yourself as capable, worthy, and unstoppable. And when that shift happens, everything in your life begins to change. Your words and your mindset shape your reality. Too often people speak defeat over their lives without even realizing it. They say things like, "I'll never get ahead. I'm always struggling. Nothing good ever happens to me." But what they don't understand is that their words have power. The way you speak about yourself and your circumstances is creating the environment for your future. If you want to see change, you have to start by speaking faith and positivity over your life. Faith is believing in what you cannot yet see. It's choosing to trust that something greater is working behind the scenes, even when your current situation looks impossible. It's easy to have faith when everything is going well, but real faith is tested in the tough times. When you get a bad report, when doors close, when you don't see a way forward, that's when faith matters the most. Faith is saying, "I may not see the answer yet, but I know it's on the way. I may be struggling now, but I believe that better days are ahead." You have to be careful about what you allow into your mind and heart. The world is full of negativity, and if you're not careful, it can take root in your thinking. The news, social media, and even the people around you can fill your mind with fear, doubt, and discouragement. But you have the choice to guard your thoughts and focus on what is good. You don't have to let negativity control your perspective. When you train yourself to focus on the positive, you create an atmosphere for miracles to happen. Some people live their entire lives expecting the worst. They wake up each day anticipating problems, setbacks, and struggles, and because that's what they expect, that's what they experience. But when you wake up with the expectation that something good is going to happen, you position yourself for favor. You attract what you believe. If you believe you are blessed, that good opportunities are coming, that things are shifting in your favor, then you start to see those things unfold in your life. Life will always have challenges, but how you respond to them determines the outcome. You can let difficulties make you bitter, or you can let them make you better. You can complain about what's wrong, or you can be grateful for what's right. Gratitude is one of the most powerful forces in life. When you choose to focus on what you have instead of what you lack, your whole perspective shifts. Instead of feeling discouraged about what hasn't happened yet, you start to see all the blessings that are already around you. Words have creative power. Every time you speak, you are planting seeds for your future. If you constantly speak doubt, fear, and negativity, you are planting seeds of struggle and defeat. But when you speak faith, hope, and positivity, you are planting seeds of victory. Instead of saying, "I'll never get out of this situation," start saying, "I am on my way to breakthrough." Instead of saying, "I'm always going to be stuck," start saying, "New doors are opening for me." When you align your words with faith, you create an environment where great things can happen. Faith doesn't mean ignoring reality. It means believing that there is something greater than what you see in the natural. It means trusting that even when things don't go according to plan, they are still working together for your good. Sometimes what looks like a disappointment is actually a blessing in disguise. The closed door, the missed opportunity, the unexpected detour, they may not make sense now, but in time, you'll see that they were leading you to something better. When you live with faith and positivity, it doesn't mean you'll never face difficulties. It means that when difficulties come, they won't defeat you. You'll have a confidence that no matter what happens, you are still moving forward. When challenges arise, you won't be overwhelmed by fear because you know that every setback is temporary and every obstacle is an opportunity for growth. Some of the greatest breakthroughs happen in the middle of adversity. When everything looks like it's falling apart, that's often when something amazing is about to come together. But you have to keep your faith strong. You can't let discouragement take root in your heart. Keep speaking life over your situation. Keep believing that good things are ahead. Keep trusting that what was meant for harm will turn around for your good. Your mindset and your words are powerful tools. Use them wisely. Fill your mind with faith, not fear. Speak words of victory, not defeat. Surround yourself with people who lift you up, not those who bring you down. Feed your soul with hope and encouragement every single day. What you believe and what you speak will shape your future. Fear and doubt are two of the greatest enemies of progress. They whisper in your ear that you are not enough, that you will fail, that you don't have what it takes. They keep you stuck in the same place, afraid to step out, afraid to try, afraid to believe for more. But fear is a liar. Doubt is a thief. They rob you of your destiny, your confidence, and your peace. If you are going to step into the fullness of your potential, you have to learn how to rise above fear and doubt. Fear is not just an emotion. It's a force that tries to control your decisions. It convinces people to settle for less than they deserve. It causes them to shrink back from opportunities, to stay in situations that no longer serve them, to let their dreams fade away because they are too afraid to fail. But fear only has the power that you give it. The moment you decide that fear will no longer dictate your life is the moment you take back your power. Doubt works in the same way. It causes you to second guess yourself, to hesitate when you should be moving forward, to talk yourself out of what you know in your heart you are capable of doing. Doubt tells you that you're not talented enough, not strong enough, not smart enough, not worthy enough. It makes you believe that success is for other people, but not for you. But doubt is not the truth. The truth is, you are already equipped with everything you need to succeed. You have the skills, the talent, the resilience, and the determination to achieve your goals. The only thing standing in your way is the belief that you can't. Fear and doubt often come when you are on the verge of something great, right before a breakthrough, right before an opportunity, right before a new chapter. Those are the moments when fear tries to grip you the hardest. That's because fear knows that if you step forward, if you take that risk, if you believe in yourself, you will see doors open that you never imagined. Fear fights the hardest when it knows it's about to lose its hold on you. That's why you have to press forward even when you feel afraid. One of the greatest lies fear tells you is that you have to wait until you feel brave before you take action. But courage is not the absence of fear. It is taking action in spite of fear. Some of the most successful people in the world didn't start out feeling confident. They started out feeling unsure, anxious, and afraid, but they did it anyway. They stepped out, they took risks, they moved forward even when their hands were shaking, and because they didn't let fear stop them, they reached heights they never thought possible. You don't have to let fear control your life. You don't have to listen to the voice of doubt that tries to hold you back. You can choose to silence those voices. Every time fear tries to tell you that you can't, remind yourself that you can. Every time doubt tries to convince you that you're not enough, remind yourself that you are. Speak victory over your life. Declare that you are bold, that you are strong, that you are more than capable. The truth is, fear never completely goes away. Even the most successful people still feel fear from time to time. But the difference is, they don't let it stop them. They feel the fear and move forward anyway. They understand that fear is just a feeling, it's not reality. And the more you push past fear, the weaker it becomes. The more you challenge your doubts, the less power they have over you. Think about a baby learning to walk. At first they stumble, they fall, they lose their balance. They don't stay on the ground. They get back up and try again. They don't think, maybe I'm just not meant to walk. No, they instinctively know that walking is part of who they are meant to be. And eventually, after enough tries, they take those first steps. The same is true for you. Fear may cause you to stumble. Doubt may make you question yourself. But if you keep going, if you keep pushing forward, you will step into the person you were created to be. Too many people let fear keep them in the same place for years, even decades. They let doubt keep them from starting that business, writing that book, pursuing that dream. And then years later, they look back with regret, wondering what could have been if only they had believed in themselves. Don't let that be your story. Don't let fear rob you of the life you were meant to live. You have everything you need inside of you. You have the strength, the wisdom, the talent, the vision. The only thing you need to do is take the first step. Fear will tell you to wait, but you don't have to listen. Doubt will tell you you're not ready, but you are. You don't have to know every step of the journey before you begin. Just start where you are with what you have and trust that each step you take will lead you closer to your purpose. You are not created to live a life of mediocrity, to just go through the motions, to simply exist without passion or direction. There is a divine purpose for your life, a calling that is unique to you, something only you can accomplish. But too many people live far beneath their potential because they never step fully into their purpose. They hesitate, they hold back, they let fear, doubt, and insecurity convince them that they are not ready, not qualified, not capable. But you were made for more. You were designed with greatness inside of you, and it's time to step into your purpose with boldness. When you know who you are and what you were created for, you walk differently. You carry yourself with confidence, not arrogance, but a deep sense of knowing that you are on the right path. You don't shrink back when challenges arise because you understand that obstacles are just part of the journey. And you don't waste time comparing yourself to others because you realize that no one else can fulfill your purpose the way you can. One of the biggest things that keeps people from stepping into their purpose is the belief that they are not ready. They wait for the perfect conditions, for more experience, for more validation from others. But the truth is, you will never feel completely ready. Growth happens in the doing. The more you walk in your purpose, the more confident you become. The more you step out, the more prepared you feel. But if you keep waiting for the perfect time, you'll be waiting forever. Some people go through life feeling lost, searching for meaning, wondering why they were put on this earth. But deep down, you already have a sense of what you were meant to do. It's the thing that excites you, that stirs something inside of you, that keeps calling you no matter how much you try to ignore it. Your purpose is not something outside of you that you have to go find. It's already within you, waiting to be uncovered. Your purpose is not just about what you do. It's about who you become. It's about using your gifts, your experiences, your challenges, and your victories to make an impact. It's about stepping into the fullness of who you were created to be. And when you start living in alignment with that, doors will begin to open, opportunities will find you, the right people will come into your life, things will start falling into place because you are walking in divine alignment. There will always be voices that try to talk you out of your purpose. People will tell you that you're dreaming too big, that you should be more realistic, that you should just settle for what's comfortable. But you can't let other people's limited thinking keep you from your destiny. They may not see the vision that has been placed inside of you, but that doesn't mean it's not real. You don't need everyone's approval to step into your purpose. You only need the courage to move forward. Stepping into your purpose requires faith. You won't always see the whole picture. You won't always know how things will unfold. But when you take that first step, even when you're unsure, even when it doesn't make sense, you are setting things in motion. Purpose is revealed through action. The more you move forward, the clearer the path becomes. Too many people stay stuck in a life they don't love because they are afraid of stepping into the unknown. They settle for jobs they don't enjoy, relationships that don't fulfill them, routines that drain them because they are scared to take a leap of faith. But the greatest regrets in life are not the risks you took that didn't work out. They are the opportunities you never pursued, the dreams you let fade away, the potential you never stepped into. When you begin walking in your purpose, you will face resistance. Challenges will arise. There will be moments of doubt, but those are just tests to see how committed you are. Every obstacle is an opportunity to grow stronger. Every setback is a setup for something greater. Don't let temporary challenges cause you to abandon your purpose. Keep pushing forward. Keep believing in yourself. Keep showing up even when it's hard. There is power in boldness. When you make a decision to step into your purpose with confidence, things begin to shift. Doors that were once closed start to open. Connections that you need come into your life. Resources that seemed impossible suddenly become available. Boldness activates blessings. When you show up with the mindset that you are meant for more, that you are capable, that you are ready, you align yourself with opportunities that you never could have orchestrated on your own. Don't let another year pass by without stepping into your purpose. Don't let fear, doubt, or insecurity hold you back. You have everything you need inside of you. You are strong, you are capable, you are ready. Now is the time to step forward with boldness and claim the life you were created for. You were created for a life of purpose, strength, and victory. You are not meant to be weighed down by fear, doubt, or the struggles of your past. The challenges you faced were never meant to defeat you. They were meant to strengthen you, to build your resilience, to prepare you for something greater. Every obstacle, every setback, every moment of hardship has been shaping you into the person you were destined to be. Now is the time to conquer your demons, to break free from the limitations that have held you back, to rise up with faith and boldness. You don't have to live in the shadows of your fears. You don't have to carry the weight of insecurity, of past failures, of negative voices telling you that you are not enough. You have the power to rewrite your story, to declare that your best days are ahead, to believe that nothing is impossible when you walk with faith and determination. Your mindset, your words, and your choices are shaping your future. Choose to believe in yourself, to focus on the possibilities instead of the problems, to rise above negativity and embrace the greatness that is already inside of you. Speak life over your circumstances. Speak hope over your future. Walk with confidence, knowing that you have everything you need to step into the fullness of your destiny. Don't let another day go by living beneath your potential. It's time to release the past, to overcome the doubts, to silence the fear, and to step boldly into the life you were meant to live. You have the strength. You have the resilience. You have the power to overcome. Your victory is already written. Now it's time to walk in it.